49ers dominated their first matchup against the Seahawks. Can Seattle even the score? Find out next.
Well, the city of Seattle known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild Lumen Field.
Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Throwing to start the drive. Witherspoon. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
These two teams getting a couple of late season tilts this year. Their first meeting was not too long ago, back in week 12. And it was the visitors getting the win there, so they'll be looking for the sweep back here at home.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This defense for the Niners, they were very strong in the win last week over the Giants.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Seahawks send out their punter, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
See some head shaking on that defensive sideline because so much focus on taking away what he did last week as NFC Offensive Player of the Week. Big gain there for him to start.
I love your observation because you would think they'd be prepared for him after what he did the previous week. But sometimes that skill set actually intimidates a defense, and he used it to his great advantage.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. It'll go as nearly a loss of 10 on 1st and goal. So a disaster there. It goes as a 9-yard loss on the sack. So they get pushed back to the 11. And here's 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Clifton eluding the pressure right. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear him now. 3rd and goal. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great play there with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Niners have taken the early lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive.
And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Dillon now on 1st and 10.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. This is taken at the 15. Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On the ground, right side, it's Adams. And the result here, the same as the last play. Another tackle behind the line of scrimmage by this Seahawk defense. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. They went with the run-pass option, and I don't know if the option really mattered there because the defense was ready.
So many times you put the defense at a disadvantage because you have those multiple options, but when they read their keys and play it correctly, sometimes the result goes in their favor.
Touchdown! A great effort there. 77 yards.
And the Niners have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Out comes the Seattle offense. We take a peek at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Well, he gets attended to, We'll step aside. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Back to throw. Witherspoon. Oh, he stays up. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back. To throw on 3rd down. Witherspoon. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. Now they work this well upfield across the 45.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll try and run for the first with Dillon.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41.
When you're dead last in the NFL with 3rd down conversions, the odds are against you every time you face it. How about him picking up that one? That was big for them.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 28. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Witherspoon. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on 2nd. On 2nd down, Calhoun. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
An inaugural trip to the red zone here for the Seahawks. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9.
They'll run here with Dillon.
And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Again, it'll be Dillon.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness. Think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. That will bring up 4th down and an 11-yard loss to boot. And his kick here is good. And they will indeed get on the board here, but still trailing. It's now 13-3.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, Clifton, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield.
He breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And all the way to the opposite 45. A big play there for the Niners.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On play action, they'll throw. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And they are going to have a 1st down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20.
Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Seahawks offense going to get one final possession in this first half. And they really won't have much time to work with, just 19 seconds showing on the clock. A running play on 1st down will give 4 up to the 29. Now a timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. Coming up on a 2nd and 6.
Back to throw. Witherspoon. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Witherspoon got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A final shot before break. Witherspoon. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fair. And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Both these teams getting a chance to dry out, maybe change their cleats if need be, but halftime's just about over. Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaud.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Again, here's Adams. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Remember, these two teams met earlier in the year in Santa Clara with the Niners coming out on top. So a win here in Seattle, tough as that may be, would give them the season sweep.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so on body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The play fake. He'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Here comes the blitz as they look to throw. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Witherspoon. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's 3rd down. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of...
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. To throw on second down. Witherspoon. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Looking to throw. Witherspoon. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's caught inside the 30. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A big play that time through the air. 34 yards.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
On first down, Witherspoon. And he will find his man on the outside. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. First and 10. Operating from the gun, Witherspoon. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on third down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
Throwing on first down. Clifton escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A big play there for the Niners.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Jamar Chase
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the 49ers are closing in on a third straight win as they widen the gap further here in the fourth quarter.
Now the 49ers electing to leave the offense out there and go for 2. And that's caught at the 2. And he will not make it to the goal line. It's his try for 2 is going to come up empty. But that's little consolation to this defense as they have been porous all game long.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at their 49-yard line.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Witherspoon completing it to the right side. Johnson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 38-yard line.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. From the gun, Witherspoon. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
57 to Mike. Mike 57.
Back to throw. Witherspoon going deep here for Allen.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked off at the 21. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
On 1st and 10, Clifton flushed out right. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone.
And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on.
Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big connection on that one. 30 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone.
Koo now for the point after.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Oh, man, can't do that.
And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one, hence the decline.
Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Operating from the gun, Witherspoon.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far.
Picked off near the 42. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Montez Sweat has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Dancing to his left. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he'll take this all the way down to the 15-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Coup for the extra point.
And oh, he clanks it off the right upright. And it's no good. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And that's complete to the right side. It's Allen. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Off play action. Witherspoon. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes